This is an adult bull shark. Fast, fierce, and armed quite literally to the teeth, she has little to fear here in the Gulf. The muscular marvel confidently moves through its watery world. The predator's 350 fearsome teeth are put on full display. Exhibiting behavior more common to a thresher shark, this bull makes creative use of her powerful tail. The bull's speed is astounding for a large marine predator. A breaching shark is a rare, calorie-intensive spectacle. While it is well known that sharks feed on mollusks, fish, and seals, less discussed is their propensity to humor fear. It must be emphasized that this sort of targeted violence is quite unusual for a shark.
That shark needs a good whack on their nose. Go get him, Chad. Got this one. I ain't waiting. I'll catch me this shark myself. Oh, look at them teeth. Oh, she gonna make quite a mantelpiece. Got us some dinner coming, boys. Let's get her up on deck, huh?
A famous big game hunter once posited that after an animal had tasted human flesh, it forsakes its natural prey in a deadly single-minded search for the most dangerous game. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. While it can be fun to explore the land, it's always best for sharks to stay wet and oxygenated. Once more, the shark turns back to this place of centered calm. I have one of those new pop-up tub stoppers at home, and let me tell you, those things are just a magnet for air and debris. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. The muskellunge, or muskie, is a freshwater fish commonly found throughout the Great Lakes region, so I have no idea what it's doing here. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions. While adorable, these soft-stuff mascots don't provide much in the way of nutritional value. The rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. Someone should have taken a gun safety class. In spite of their reputations as wrestlers, alligators haven't mastered the nuances of scientific holds like the figure 4. The shark is now a team, and we should expect much angst, ennui, and poor decision-making. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. The overhunting of Fawtick's keystone predators has led to a superabundance of catfish, which is just fine by local bully Rosie the alligator. If a group of consenting adults wants to perform cryptic rites to shadow forth the prophecy of the great old ones, who am I to judge? Caviar Key features Painted Sails, a luxury 5-star resort built over the remains of Tunamacha, a pre-Columbian city that was once host to the most advanced civilization in ancient America. A quiet space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality. Bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark. Predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. Prosperity Sands features glittering white beaches. Port Clovis considered removing these naval mines after the war, but the city had already spent its annual budget booking a Nickelback cover band for the 4th of July. Every summer, Port Clovis plays host to the Megasonic Electro Carnival, giving a real boost to the local MDMA industry. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. A successful casino heist is made even harder when you drive off the road into the ocean and drown. After the end of the tiki craze, bar owners toss their Polynesian-inspired decor into the Gulf, where their kitschy charm is completely lost on native marine life. Golden Shores was built as vacation residences for wealthy out-of-towners, with spectacular ocean views, private beach access, and a gate to keep out the locals. Upon using this medication, if you experience priapism, do not attempt to improvise your own surgical shot. From the moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food. Destruction of natural coastal habitats is sometimes necessary to build vacation homes for private equity fund partners. In the not-so-distant future, a young visionary entrepreneur will spot these three shells while snorkeling and revolutionize after-toilet care. While they appreciate human sacrifices, the eldritch gods of yore are seldom enthused about being summoned to Port Clovis. A shark's sense of smell is simply astonishing. This trimaran, like many before it, was lost in its journey to the mythological dry land. When it was discovered that their Stonehenge replica was astronomically misaligned, enraged Port Clovians threw it in the ocean. There is a very real risk of drowning while surfing, but at least you'll leave behind a cool-looking skeleton. Blah, blah, blah. Late-stage capitalism. Coastal risk analysis reveals that someday, someone here is going to get a sizable check from the National Flood Insurance Program. As a result of industrial pollution and sewage wastewater, Dead Horse Lake was designated a Superfund site in 1996. As with many social movements, the annual Driftwood Man Festival purports to foster progressive change, but it's really just an excuse for hippies to flout public nudity laws. The spring of '73 was a magical time in Port Clovis, when local favorite Trash Talk placed 20th in the Derby, and the city placed first in the country for petty theft. A shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. While most know him as the friendly face of Captain Winky's Fish and Chips, in real life, the pirate was a genocidal monster who murdered and enslaved thousands. Until local police departments settle a dispute over jurisdiction, these two remain a popular attraction for selfie-seeking snorkelers. Once more, the shark turns back to this place of centered calm. The artist spent 16 years building this sculpture out of trash pulled from the lake, only to have it thrown back in the lake by intoxicated locals. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious bags. An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite. Several grouper have made a home near the retired nuclear cooling towers. This is a great opportunity for the shark to test the theory that exposure to gamma rays gives you superpowers. We appreciate the grant from Sunshine Solutions that made this show possible. We'd also like to remind viewers that mass cloning and gene editing for today's military is safer than ever. A water's murkiness or turbidity can significantly raise the risk of a shark attack. Protein caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. Shark versus dolphin. Orca versus giant squid. Boat versus pylon. When establishing dominance, the contest is usually a deadly one, with survival as the prize. The threats to our oceans seem overwhelming, but by working together now, we can ensure that future generations always have a place to dump their old tires. Shark hunters stalk their prey, fully aware.
Kinda regular there, Flamingo Joe's. You say it's a tourist trap. But it's the only place to get a decent Sazerac that don't have me on their do not serve list.
The scourge of the swampland, Bayou Willie. The marine predator displays little caution as the situation further escalates. Shark hunters have close friends or family members who have been eaten or half eaten by sharks. Another death without meaning. A nihilistic statement on the futility of life. Takes 3 out. The bartender life in Bobby Bojangles. It's formality. Only time will tell whether government actions can diminish Port Clovis's reputation as a shark attack hotspot. running out for our shark. Hunters are on the water, bringing their explosives and poor impulse control with them. Sharks are responsible for just 3% of hunter deaths. Drugs, alcohol, and poor firearms. The savage shrimper, Pookie Paul. Despite Port Clovis's best efforts, the aquatic beast refuses to be tamed. The battle is over, but the war goes on. I would like to assure the Antolini crime family that this footage will in no way be used in the final edit of our program. Special overlooking breathtaking panoramic lake views. Open living with vintage appeal. Called Depot. These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. The needle-toothed nightmare, the Barracuda. Barracuda. While most recognize it as the title of a classic rock radio staple, did you know that it's also a fish? Well, it's true. Clovis's communal guard against shark attacks.
I mean, I'm not an ornithologist, but I think it's probably a bad idea to get in the middle of the migration cycles.
splintered boats, exploded boats. These are the only boats a shark cares to sink. With an angry bull shark loose, local hunters are forced to post bail and shrug off last night's hangover so they can take to the water. The fishing phenom, Candyman Curtis.
Up ahead!
Despite increased aerial surveillance, confidence amongst tourists and locals alike is far from buoyant. Intensive shark hunt is now underway. The shark hunt is the only thing keeping tourists from a nasty, horrible death, outside of just avoiding the beach for a few hours. The Hoosier hotshot, Ensign Tyler Dixon.
Looks female to me.
Throwing caution to the wind, the big fish escalates its battle against Port Clovis. Waters around Trash Island, where they enjoy a steady diet of hypodermic needles and used pregnancy tests. Port Clovis has grown bored of the hunt. Back on board the Cajun Queen. Just like Kyle LeBlanc, our young bull is the inheritor of a long family tradition, struggling to find her place in the world. The shark is now an adult, and she should probably spend less, save more, and start researching indexed mutual funds. is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. The bull reaffirms her top predator role in the future. Underneath the shark's skin is a complex nerve network capable of assessing the strength and health of her prey. The Bayou Brawler, the American alligator. Rosie has been a star in Big B's Bayou Buddy stunt show, but our shark is far too young to appreciate Rosie's classic brand of celebrity. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. Kingfish in the mood, quite like watching a 73-year-old hit a double bogey. The fact that they've turned the waters off Baton Tordu into a spawning ground attests to their love of seniors golf. Hockey sticks are still legal according to Baton Tordu course rules, but not for long if membership director Doug Thompson has anything to say about it. Delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. The sea wolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. Somebody's drinking team has a drowning problem. Conventional apprehension methods having failed, authorities send out a motley collection of untrained, unlicensed individuals to do their work for them.
Shark fin traders come every year to Baton Tordu, because what other way is there to celebrate killing beautiful animals for tasteless, nutritionless body parts than a $450 round of golf?
No, don't see her yet.
Even half dead, the shark is still a potent menace to any and all living things. Golden Shores import this mako from Sri Lanka and train it to guard their community? Not likely, but let's pretend they did, as it makes for a more interesting story. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. The bull shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. Golden Shores was built on an elevated coastal hazard area, and while they don't have any disaster prevention strategy in place, I'm sure it'll be fine. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. The Sultan of Speed, the Mako. Shark attacks remind us that sharks are very important animals in our marine ecosystem. Fast and aggressive, the Mako is known as the peregrine fountain of sharks. But as the peregrine is a land-based bird, this designation means nothing to the Mako. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. Pride in boat ownership manifests itself in a variety of ways here in Port Louis. While homeless and itinerant, hobos will work for a living. They are not to be confused with bums who are sedentary and refuse to work. Like my son Jeff. There's no such thing as a recession-proof business, except for the frozen banana stand. Whether boom or bust, the demand for reliable, quality frozen bananas remains a constant. Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. It shark can discover the absolute serenity deep within her soul. As is well known, volleyballs make way better friends than soccer balls, who will stab you in the back the first chance they get. No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage. Founder of America's largest shark finning enterprise, Mama Maybelle Bryant has collected quite a fleet of recreational boats. Her fail sons, Randall and Tyson, can often be spotted piloting them around Sapphire Bay. Parrotfish here have kept Sapphire Bay's local hammerhead healthy and strange. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. If only someone had done their 6th grade reading assignment, perhaps this tragedy could have been avoided. Like most American cities, the founders of Port Clovis were Freemasons, and probably Illuminati, who congregated in secret UFO bases to perform Luciferian blood rituals. Called by some the pit bulls of the sea, bull sharks counter that pit bulls are the bull sharks of the animal shelter. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Believe it or not, people paid over $12,000 to sleep in these tents and listen to Swedish DJs for an entire weekend. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so that the evolutionary anomaly, the hammerhead. Like many animals, sharks need to move to live. Sure, this is about saving lives, but it's also about safeguarding tourism.
Take out to the cockpit when it wasn't nothing but a little bit more. The fact that he was afraid of that Ferris wheel should have told me he wasn't never gonna be no shark.
Long a haven for small government ideologues, Port Clovis prides itself in its lax amusement park safety standards. Another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. The bull shark triumphs, overcoming her opponent's clearly superior depth perception. The man-eater's longevity depends on her nimbleness.
That's the one what took my hand, all right. Get yourself ready, boy. Now we play with power. Look at that big orangutan. You stop that this right now, second.
There it is!
Need reinforcements. Don't drag ass now. That cage cost me $3,000. Look at that big orangutan.
Scaly Pete The shark returns once again to her safe haven. Sharks' propensity to clear the ocean of its assorted detritus is one of their most valuable functions. Anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. Fostering a balanced ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted process. What harm could arise from killing a bunch of seals? A shark's mere presence in the vicinity of humans is by no means a guarantee of attack. Port Clovis's most disreputable citizens have converged on the area.
29 days, Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can thank OP for that. Prosperity Sands sure ain't.
Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible.
How good I am at spotting stuff. Sharks shouldn't be that hard to find.
What is that?
That's really good.
A bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. What primal instinct drives a shark to attack an object as bland and inedible? This trawler, operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses. The shark is now an elder, and thus begins a new battle against systemic age discrimination. She's born. The shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food. The shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. Mother Nature is very strategic with her apex predators. Coastal erosion currently impacts over 70% of the globe's sandy beach environments. Emperor of the Deep, the Great White. white is often referred to as the king of the ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society. As the terrain of the Gulf Coast is relatively flat, even a small rise in sea levels could trigger an immense loss of land. After losing to King Crush in the 2011 Monster Mania semifinals, Big Finn stepped away from the limelight for a simpler, more natural way of life. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious practice. Have exploded. Bad news for seagrass, great news for orcas who enjoy torturing and eating them. Shockingly, this was only Alex's second worst birthday. If you're like me, you're probably wondering what their secret is for such durable papier-mâché. Recently, Port Clovis has gained a reputation for its derivative, politically... As we face impending resource scarcity and declining living standards, it's nice to know that in the meantime there's still a place to get a good bamboo fusion massage. Caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. The white and black attack, the orca. These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. Orcas do enjoy playing with toys, but not half as much as a day-old seal tortoise. once the featured attraction at marine mammal parks, now have a new favorite treat: killing things. The safety of the public, a bounty has been placed on the fugitive shark.
I catch 3 of them killer whales they got there at Fish Fingers. You could say I got a real keen eye for talent. Although, the wheelers really gotta work on those side areas.
It's remarkable how quickly Port Clovis picks up arms in the name of a murderous cause. The corn-fed Colossus, Butcher Boy Brady.
We got a dorsal!
The shark's reckless behavior only further incenses Port Clovis's citizens.
No need to hide. It could be anywhere. Nothing me. I know it.
Port Clovis City Council never misses an opportunity for cross-franchise. With little fanfare, another bounty hunt comes. After years of eating the same meal of frozen herring at Fish Fingers, Casanita just wants her favorite comfort food, raw shark liver. ocean is a source of life, inspiration, and eternal renewal. But a quiet space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality. A great way to discourage museum attendance is to put your museum underwater. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. Consists of hammerhead sharks. Carat gold fixtures, 2 discos, circular staircases, and a mosaic swimming pool, the Chatelaine is still only Port Clovis's second most ostentatious yacht. Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything.
Bad fish skills because of these oil tankers spinning. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. Port Clovis has long been a popular dumping ground for the military, thanks to its lenient regulations and low tipping fees. highlights the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet.
I said Captain Blighty sunk his treasure somewhere around here. Been funding a diving expedition every year for 10 years, and I ain't found it yet.
The sea wolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. The ocean is a fluid and fascinating world, always changing, forever in motion. The cetacean assassin, the sperm whale. The Gulf Stream brings warm waters northeast across the Atlantic towards English seaside towns filled with cranky pensioners, donkey rides, and heroin addicts. Pete has built an impressive battleship. But will it be enough to endure the prehistoric might of a mega shark?
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today. I'ma fix you up real, Birdie. Bet you didn't think I had torpedoes. You got a problem? Better watch how you pushing my boat. Eyes on me. Dorsal spine into a walking stick. Need reinforcements! Don't drag us now! We back on! I'll turn your dorsal spine into a walking stick.